King Narasawan the Great, the warrior king of Thailand, led the Thai army to defeat their enemies. He has studied a variety of war and fighting strategies. He was also an innovator for altering some of the fighting methods to fit with his time and to train his own army. This proved to be vital for the country. This strategy is called the winning strategy. This fighting strategy is well-rounded as it consists of both offensive and defensive techniques. The weapons used are the sword, the fist, elbow, knee, foot, and chin, which can scare off the enemy. Admiral Prince Chumpon Ketudonsak, who was a son of King Rama V, took an interest in Thai boxing arts. He then gathered all the Thai boxing and sword teachers from all over Siam and started to organize competitions at that time.
ครูมวยครูดาบที่มีความรู้ความสามารถจากทั่วสารทิศในแผ่นดินสยามทรงสนับสนุน
One of the sword teachers at his palace, Huan Hengpum, related this story.
จากคำบอกเล่าของอาจารย์หวนเฮงพุ่มซึ่งเป็นครูมวยครูดาบผู้หนึ่งที่อยู่ในวังของพระองค์
Later, teacher Huan also taught and passed on the martial arts to teacher Jakrapob Charanrat, as well as many other teachers, such as teacher Pool Prakanchai, teacher Ket Siapai, and teachers from the Si Thairat Sword Institution. Teacher Jakrapob has also followed his teacher's footsteps by passing on the martial arts to soldiers, police, government officials, and the government and public sectors widely since 1959. In 1975, teacher Jakrapob was at His Majesty King Bhumipon's audience. The king advised him to teach and pass on the Thai boxing arts to our youth. This is a national treasure, and he is obliged to preserve it for future generations.
อันเป็นมรดกของชาติให้กับเยาวชนเพื่อเป็นการส่งเสริมและอนุรักษ์มรดกของชาติไทยให้คงอยู่และสืบต่อไป
Therefore, teacher Jakrapob gathered all the materials on martial arts for the public and youth to study, called Chaiyuth. He also teaches boxing based on the ancient method called Thai boxing winning strategy. In ancient times, the temple was a center for arts and crafts, especially martial arts. Generals who were tired of war decided to become monks. In the temple, they passed on skills such as sword, spear, hook, and lance fighting. They also taught Muay Thai, or Thai boxing, which mainly uses the body as a weapon. They also taught Muay Thai, or Thai boxing, which mainly uses the body as a weapon. Traditionally, the respect teacher ceremony began by paying homage to the king, as boxing was normally presented to the royal audience on special occasions only. Besides paying homage to the king, it also reminds them to be grateful to their teachers, holy spirits, and deities. We can see that there are many sitting postures. This posture is called the King Garuda. In those days, this mixed posture was used. The boxer prayed, Omarumaram kindly ask that King Garuda can catch its prey. In those days, people used black magic and spells during respect teacher ceremonies, from the first until the last posture. This is called the King Garuda or Brahma sitting posture. The four-faced Brahma posture means dancing in the four directions. This posture looks like a boxer is sharpening a knife. This continuous posture is called the Naroi Kwang Jak. Followed by the Megla Lao Cow posture. And then the Mayura Fon Han posture, but the local normally call it the peacock dance posture. This is followed by the Hiran Muan Pandin posture. We can see that this posture requires strength in the boxer's feet. The other boxer will dance the Brahma standing posture, while the opponent dances the Brahma sitting posture. This is to remind about the greatness of the goddess of the earth and the teachers. It is followed by the apology to the goddess of the earth posture by standing up. This is called the Narai Klai Jak posture. We can see the boxer stand firmly on the ground. He dances in all four directions. This is a strategy to survey the boxing arena and study the opponent's strength and weakness. This is called the Narai Planks On posture. The Hanuman Wat Phong Nam posture is followed by the Kocha San Thang Na posture. And then the Insi Saigon posture. And finally the Virun Jambang posture, or sunlight preservation posture. It then ends with the Sakot Tab posture. From now, we will see the full picture. Both sides will dance before the fighting starts. One side will dance the Brahma sitting posture, while the other side will dance the Brahma standing posture. Some institutions teach how to dance first. However, in those days, boxers were trained to make the steps, like when they were practicing the 9 weapons first. If they know the right steps, they will be able to do the proper and elegant standing, walking, and leg lifting positions. Teachers in those days only passed on the dancing skills when there were boxing competitions held in a royal audience. The boxers did not arrange which posture each will dance. In the boxing arena, if one boxer dances the Brahma standing posture, the other will dance the Brahma sitting posture, and vice versa. They look harmonious and beautiful. The Sabachai drum is used to give signals to warriors to prepare to charge. During the war, the Sabachai drum is used as a signal for both offensive and defensive. The Sabachai drummer is also a boxer. Everyone in this procession are all fighters. Their actions and styles blend beautifully. This is called the Plang dance. Before fighting, both boxers will tease each other. But when the dance is over, they apologize. This is a tradition from ancient times. It is considered as a boxing manner. In the ancient times of the Nanchao, Chiang San and Sukhothai periods, people tied up their hair at the top of their head, called Muay in Thai. It makes the person look harmonious. This is compared to the Thai boxing, which also requires quick, firm, disciplined and harmonious actions. This is why the word Muay, which means boxing, has been used ever since then. The boxer's dress, shown here, consists of the mongkon, or ring, which is worn on the head, and the pirat ring, which is tightened around the arm. Then there is the krajab, which is used to protect the penis. Originally, Thai boxing was done with bare hands. In this case, it was easy for both parties to get injured by scratching and piercing with fingers. The wrist or finger may also get sprained easily. Later on, the hand wrapping regulation was introduced to protect both parties. Some people understood the wrapping hands was used as a weapon by spreading bits of glass on the cloth. In those days, it was true that such weapons were used to topple other institutions. The winner was the person who was still alive. This kind of competition challenges both the weapons and the invincibility of the boxers. Boxing training is to train a person to become good. Teachers at every institution have to teach their students the basics, to be kind, loving, loyal, grateful, and a good person for their country. He also emphasizes on physical training, such as standing, boxing postures, stepping, or the Sam Kum walk, offensive and defensive, step forward and backward. The movement in different directions is a fighting strategy. The teacher must look and examine the students' Sam Kum boxing steps before teaching them more advanced steps. Otherwise, it will not be fruitful if their basics are not firm. The Sam Kum walk is a mixture of hand and feet motions which do not open any opportunity for the opponent. We can see that the Samkhum walk is detailed and deeply profound. For example, the standing and stepping must be rhythmic. The boxer must put their weight on both feet while standing. The stepping must be harmonious, with good distance and rhythm that coincide with the offensive and defensive actions. This picture is the 4 direction steps and the 8 direction steps. The back steps and the right angle steps are all Samkhum walk or Dern Muay. All the training above show the harmony as well as the arts for offensive and defensive strategies. Each step must be rhythmic. The weight distribution position, the body position, the fist position must show offensive and defensive actions. Each leg step is mixed with the protection, the prevention and the bumping. We call this the outer and inner collision. In this harmony with the back step and the forward step in the defensive and offensive form. The boxer has the opportunity to attack, or if the opponent fights back, the boxer will dodge. The boxer has become an expert in body turning to change his position so that he is not worried or confused during fighting. Everything the boxer does, either the offensive or defensive, must be as natural as possible. The tiger step boxing walk is like a tiger looking for its prey. Therefore, each step is careful and calm. It concentrates on its prey. Every offensive and defensive action is done carefully. He retreats quietly. His eyes are on the opponent all the time. The horse boxing walk is a boxing strategy used to trick the opponents on both the offensive and defensive. This is used to outwit the opponent. The horse steps are light and swooping, but hidden with firmness and strength. This type of boxing emphasizes more on the feet rather than the elbow or knee. You're looking at the horse steps now. The lion boxing walk is powerful and hidden with firmness and strength, like a lion threatening its prey. Each forward or backward step is taken carefully. In ancient times, every step was accompanied with chanting and spells. The Menorah Kraikon is a training form to protect the lower parts from kicking and shoving. If there are weapons in the opponent's hands, we can protect ourselves. Nowadays, this kind of practice is considered unnecessary. However, this training basic is important, just like when you learn A, B, C. When the boxer has good basics, his boxing form and style will be good. In ancient times, boxers need to know these basics well. The Paksa Wakrang is a training form to protect the upper parts. For example, hitting, slapping, and boxing. The boxer moves his body in order to avoid his opponent's blows. We have to use both forms by protecting the upper and alternating with lower parts to defeat the opponent. The boxer needs to be firm, weak, and tricky. All these are vital strategies. The Salab Fanpla is a training form to protect both the inner and outer collision. The body and feet movements are related to the Samkum walk. This is to create harmony between the hands, knees, feet, and elbows. After becoming an expert in the Samkum walk, we can then practice the physical weapons. They are to use your body parts as weapons. These are called the 9 weapons. They are 2 fists, 2 elbows, 2 knees, and 2 feet. The 9th and most important weapon is the head. Originally, it was understood that the head was used to knock the opponent.
แต่ที่สำคัญนะฮะศีรษะก็คือกองบัญชาการซึ่งเราใช้ในการวางแผนใช้สติปัญญาในการลุก ในการรับ
But instead, the head refers to our brain, where all the fighting
การ
strategies
รักษาศีรษะเป็น
are
นัก
planned.
มวยที่ดีจะต้องรู้จักรักษานี้อาวุธที่กล่าวมาทั้งหมดเนี่ยรวมเรียกว่านาวาอาวุธ
The 9 weapons training starts with the fist form. The direct fist is a basic in practicing body balance and fist intervals. Then train how to balance the shoulders, or Plabpai Lom Singkorn. Then it is the fist training form. There are 4 types: Trung Tab, Ronjak, Sabat Krit, and Pichit Surt. Practice at the same spot. Move around fast and slow until the boxer is an expert at these. He has to mix all these actions until perfection. The boxer has to be precise and firm when he punches. Coupled with the Samkhun steps that we have learned in the beginning, we can see the steps are very important because every step must be firm and careful. The boxer has to mix all his techniques in order to defeat his opponent. Besides what we have learned, we have to train the boxer to hit the target as much as possible. It must be firm, precise and strong. The fist form that we see are the Trung Tab, Ronjak, Sabat Krit and Pichit Surt. They are mixed with the footsteps and body turning, which are powerful for both offensive and defensive. The pictures shown are repetitive because boxers need to train until they become experts. This training is to dodge and avoid and then punch the target by the fist form Trung Tab, followed by the Ronjak, Sabat Krit and Pichit Surt. Every punch must be precise, fast and firm. Next is elbow training. The push-up elbow is called a Pasatan. The parallel elbow is called a Kronpak Thumb. The elbow bumping from high to low is called a Fatalom. The back and up elbow is called the Iotawat. The elbow that strikes the face is called the Klom Kwang. The back and down elbow is called the Nang Leo. The blocking elbow is called the Kiao Payak. We can compare this with General Pichai's martial arts. This is called the elbow training form. Each kind of elbow form is used to hit different targets. When the boxer becomes an expert at this, he can use his elbow during fighting fast and efficiently. Next is the walking elbow, which trains in the use of the elbows while moving. This is a different form from elbow training when the boxer is standing at the same spot all the time. Next is the elbow defensive form. The boxer retaliates by elbowing at the target. The front knee is called the Yotyota. The knee will become more powerful as the foot is pointed downward. The side knee is called the T-tab. The parallel knee, or the knee lifting to the waist, is called the jabnan. The tree on cot knee form is rarely seen these days, as it is very difficult. The top tara knee form is done by folding the knee and hitting the lower stomach. The flying knee form is called the one on hern. Next is a demonstration to hit the target by using the jabnan followed by the tree on cot form. Next is the foot training form. The high kick is called the krutayan, followed by the bata lupak, which is lifting the foot and using the sole to kick front and back. The lower kick is called the panton. The kicking parallel to the body is called the krun kratop fang. The high kick into the face is called the chom manfa. The yanoti form is kicking by using the sole and heel of the foot. It depends on the actions employed from front, back and side. Asava payot is the back kick. The crocodile kick is to turn the body and kick backwards. The Taiyan dong is to jump and kick into the face. And the chom dara is to jump and shove into the face. Next is the inner fold kick and flip. Turn the body and then kick at the chin with a crocodile kick. In ancient days, the teachers divided Thai boxing into 3 categories. There are 12 primary forms, 12 secondary forms, and 12 miscellaneous forms, altogether 36. If they're mixed together, more than 108 forms can be obtained. These 108 forms are being continuously developed. The outcome is infinite. After practicing each form, the boxer now mixes them to use the krun kratop fang, the planton, the chom manfa. You can see each form clearly. The krun kratop fang is kicking into the body. The planton is kicking into the lower legs. The chom manfa is kicking into the face. Next, we look carefully again to see the use of each weapon for each spot. Now he is kicking from low to high. Planton is kicking the lower legs. Nakatawat hang is to kick, recoil, and then kick the upper part. Finally, a crocodile kick. The next mixture between the kicking and punching, the trung tab, the chom manfa, and the asava payot. See how this form is used and mixed. The primary, secondary, and miscellaneous forms for offensive, defensive, dodging, and avoiding. The fist training form is the trung tab, is a direct punch. The Ronjak is punching into the face. The Sabat Krib is punching into the rib. And the Pichit Suek is punching to the lower chin. Now watch a combination of these powerful punches. Next is the elbow training form. Elbowing the lower chin is called the Pasatan. Elbowing the body is called the Yut Yota. Turning the body with the back elbow is called the Nang Leo. And the Naga Fat Hang is to turn the body and kick the neck. Now a mixture of punching, elbowing and kneeing. Yot Yuta is a knee to the body, followed by the tree tab. Klom Kwang is a strike to the face with the elbow. And Kio Payak is elbowing the lower chin. Next is the continuous use of weapons. The forms are not repetitive, including the use of elbow, knee, and elbow. The corrective and continuous forms are the Totara, followed by the Yanoti to the face. Tackling the offensive and defensive strategies by various forms. When the opponent is at the disadvantage, the boxing strategy is to kick. The lower parts followed by the Chom Man Fa, which is kicking into the face. When the opponent shows his weak point, followed by the Taian Dong, which is jump and step on the opponent's front legs, then kick into his face. Next is using a strategy to bemuse, trick and deceive the opponent. Begin with the Yanyoti by shoving the shoulder to prevent against a punch, followed by the Chomdara, which is to jump and shove into the face. The opponent loses control. The Van on Hern is to jump and knee the lower chin. When at the disadvantage, the Tring Tab Fist. He lures the opponent by the Monto Nang Tan. A jump, turn around and sit on the opponent's legs. Followed finally by elbowing backwards into his face. When the teacher has taught the students all 9 weapons, the hands, knees, feet, and elbows,
เชิงในการลุกและในการรับหรือการ
After mastering them, he will teach the offensive and defensive forms and how to deal with the opponent.
คือหมัดตรงแล้วอาจจะแก้
For example, if the opponent gives a straight punch, the boxer could give a straight punch in return, or he could use an elbow, knee, or kicking form.
อันนี้เป็นแนวทางหนึ่ง
It is not specific that any special form has to be used. It all depends on the opportunity.
ฝ่ายตรงข้ามทำมาแล้วเราได้มีโอกาสเข้าไปแก้ไขด้วยวิธีไหนจะเป็นการใช้หมัดหรือการใช้ศอกนะหรือการใช้ศอก
The boxer can punch
การ
back,
ต่อสู้
use the knee, elbow, or kick, followed by various boxing tricks.
หรือการใช้เข่าในการใช้เข่าจับอะไรเสร็จหรือจะการใช้เตะแล้วแต่ยุทธวิธี
He has to use his brain in order to fight. Therefore, the boxer must always be careful not to injure his head during any fight, because it's like the command center.
เชิงชั้นวาง
We have to explain, teach, and train every step to
นี่เป็น
students.
กระบวนการอันหนึ่งซึ่งเราจะต้องฝึกและถ่ายทอดให้ศิษย์ได้รู้ได้เข้าใจทุกแง่มุมในเรื่องการต่างๆ
Practicing various forms based on the primary forms. The straight punch is followed by a mixture of elbows and feet. Next is the fighting movement practice. The punch is returned with a punch. We can see that the fighters have to dodge and step back and use their weapons in various forms. This is the elbow form, which is blocked by using an elbow too. The primary and secondary forms used for offensive and defensive are normally for self-protection. The boxer uses his knee to return to the elbow. The elbow motion is called the long salak. When the boxer gives a knee in return to the knee, this is called the Van On Hern. The boxers kick at each other and protect with the shin. This is followed by a crocodile kick and a Taiyan dong. Now we see the offensive and defensive forms of both boxers. They use weapons to dodge, protect, and fight each other. The weapon used depends on the target that the boxer wants to hit. One side uses the knee to attack, while the other protects with the elbow. see how he dodges and punches in return. He avoids the kick and lifts the opponent's leg to elbow his upper leg, followed by an elbow to his chin. You have to train until you become an expert in all the primary and secondary forms that you have seen. This form is called cutting the elephant's head. That is, jump on and sit on the shoulders and elbow the head. This is a very dangerous form. If we practice until we are skillful, we will be able to create various forms and can use our weapons naturally and effectively. It all depends on how much each boxer has mastered the primary and secondary forms. We use the primary forms to attack the opponent until he loses control. However, if the opponent could overcome the attack, we will be at the disadvantage immediately. Any particular form cannot be specified for the solution to the boxing game only. The strategies employed depends on each boxer's intelligence, knowledge, and expertise. After learning the boxing skills, I hope you will practice and become a good and kind person in society and in your nation too.
การเรียนรู้มวย
In the next boxing series, we are going to learn what is called the relationship between the 9 weapons.
มือเข่า
That is to practice the hands,
ยุทธสัมพันธ์
the knees, feet, and elbows.
มีทั้งหมดด้วยกัน
There are 7 series. Each series uses different weapons. For example, using the hands, knees, feet, and elbows.
มือเข่าเท้า
Alternatively, offensively, defensively, back, front, side, or all 4
ดัง
directions.
ที่เราจะได้
We will study them
ศึกษาเรียนรู้
as follows. Chaiyuth Thai boxing is a theory and art to manage your life, balancing the mind and the body to perfection. It has been in Thai heritage for hundreds of years and many generations. Next is the practice for each form. This is the Trung Tab form. Punch with the right fist directly and followed by the Pa Satan elbow form. That is, put the elbow up. Next is the Krun Pak Tam form. The focus in the movement is dodging to avoid the brush or knowing the snatch timing. These forms are called the Rugra Chak and the Chak Witi. This is a defense method followed by the cow Yudyota form. Move forward with the tree tab form and pull the body into the opposite direction using the Sakot Man form. That is, kicking with the end of the foot. Next is the Klun Katob Fang form. You kick with the shin and move backward. And prepare to slide on with the Yanyota form. This form is to prevent the opponent from attacking at the side, and then turn the body in the Jot Sam Klung form, followed by the elbow form called the Klom Kwang. Next is the Fa Talom form, which is to flick the elbow backward. These forms focus mainly on the elbow. Klom Kwang is flicking the elbow back to the front. Next is the Nang Leo form, which is to elbow back down. To put up your elbow by emphasizing on power or the dodging in defense, the boxer has to move forward continuously. You have to focus on a target so as to maximize your kick or the retreat or kicking at the side continuously and harmoniously. You have to show the harmony between the punch and the elbow and how to use the integration of these weapons. The boxer should move forward continuously and agilely to coincide with a gentle but powerful motion. Move gently while the opponent fights or retaliates or attacks him quickly, accurately, and firmly. These are the important factors in practicing the relationship of the 9 weapons. The target to punch is at the front. Example, the lower chin. Use either the punch or elbow. This is the Krun Pak Tam. Elbow parallel to the back part of the neck. The retreat, dodging and shielding is called the Pat Wag, the Kratob Nok, or the Kratob Nai. Next is the knee. Stress the power on the kneecap rather than twisting the body in order to avoid the opponent's attack. At the same time, fight back when the opponent loses his balance, followed immediately by kicking and shoving. Kick at his body with the Krun Kratob Fang form. Dodge by breaking through the inner circle and elbow. Next is the elbow down. You can see all the movements and the target to attack. The movements we are looking at are gentle, flexible, harmonious, quick, firm, and accurate. Practice regularly and repeatedly so as to acquire the skill and expertise needed. Relationship of the 9 Weapons Practice Series 2. Most of the practice forms are for the defense, protection, and retaliation. This is a defense boxing rather than an offensive boxing by retaliating, blocking, and attacking both top and bottom parts alternatively. This is a practice strategy so that the boxer can acquire the expertise in offensive and defensive areas. The uppercut and punch by the Transatru Rurachak form. Look at the opponent's tactics, jerk and then retaliate immediately. Block and elbow back with the Chagviti form and the Pre-Kalsai form. They are defense and retaliation forms. This is the Koemacha form, that is to brush away and punch. Next is the Pit KC form, which is to protect against the upper elbow, knee and elbow, alternatively and continuously. From these practices, the boxer can acquire the expertise to dodge and defend tactfully. This is to show the power of the blocking and retaliation, the dodging and pulling forms to hit, block, and retaliate continuously. The fighters or boxers have to learn every form because in real-life situations they don't know what the situation will be or when they have to defend, block or retaliate. We have to acquire the expertise and emphasize on the target that we are fighting, defensively or offensively. Shield by using a punch or elbow and directed at the vital parts of the body. We have to observe the offensive and defensive movements. We practice different forms so as to acquire the expertise and accuracy in targeting. These forms include to retaliate, defend, and offend continuously. Therefore, to practice the relationship with the 9 weapons series, the boxer has to move the body swiftly and continuously. Combine all the 9 weapons. In order to achieve the efficiency, we have to practice regularly until we can acquire the expertise. This practice series is a swift, harmonious, and continuous movement of the body in defense and offense forms. The boxer has to practice regularly and remember all the forms. For example, the Trung Tab form, the opponent moves forward to punch at the shoulders. Next is the kicking form, or Krun Kratob Fang form, and the Tib Asawa Payot form, which emphasizes on using the side of the foot. The Sakot Man emphasizes the end of the foot. Chom Man Fa focuses on the chin. The Ruka Chak is blocking and retaliating back immediately by sweep kicking lowly, called the Kwat Ban Pot form. Next is the T Tab form, which emphasizes on using the knees left and right. Next is the Yut Yota form, using the back to bump forward. Finally, the Yan Yoti form is to turn the body back. This is to show the targets and continuous movements in kicking the stomach and neck. Block and fight back by sweep kicking over the lower parts. Called the Kwat Ban Pot. Followed by kneeing against the stomach and ribs. Shove the opponent away. These offensive and defensive forms are continuous. If we practice this series alone, we cannot imagine the retaliation or attack. However, when the boxers meet, we can see the tactics and strategy more clearly. In order to practice the relationship with the 9 weapons, the boxer has to transfer his thought from one place to another. That is, transfer to the body, hands, feet, knees and elbows. The mind gives orders to the continuous movements so that they can harmonize as one, like a natural water flow. Next is the relationship with the 9 Weapons Series 4. Most of the forms use the foot in relation to the hands to defend. Offend both back, front, right and left, all 4 directions. This practice series emphasizes on the foot. For example, the Yanyoti form, crocodile kick, quad banpot, Krutayan, Tala Choi Chit, followed by the Yut Yota and closed by the Naka Bid Hang form. Kick in the air with the Tayan Dong form and turn the body with the Asawa Payot form. This form emphasizes mainly on the foot to offend. The boxing forms are harmonious, continuous, accurate and firm. You have to practice until acquiring the expertise. You have to observe the target, the vital points of the opponent's body. Observe which part of the body, the chin, foot, and kick hits the target and the following forms. This is a demonstration of blocking and retaliation to the vital parts of the body. For example, the bladder, the throat, the neck, and the earlobes. The demonstration shows how to use the weapons both in front and behind. You can observe and learn the defensive, offensive, and retaliation forms. The relationship between the 9 weapons is like a continuous river flow. The complete forms are the offensive, retreat, from right to left, back up and dodging. Use all the forms alternatively and tactfully. Relationships with the 9 Weapons Practice Series 5. To adjust the punching with the elbows, knees and feet. The changing of the forms are swift, agile and continuous. In this relationship with the 9 Weapons series, the emphasis is on using three kinds of force: the amount of force, direction of force, and psychology. For example, this series focus on the punch and elbow forms, together with the knee forms, both front and back, in retaliation. Apply these forms to the target continuously, swiftly, accurately, and alternatively. The boxers have to remember everything taught precisely, including each point and form that we are demonstrating. The boxers have to realize that they cannot achieve success merely by strength, but only through vigorous practice to move the body and dodge swiftly. The movement here looks like a circle called the tornado. The continuous movement looks like a circle, as we can see in the demonstration. From the first series until the present series, our purpose is to combine all the forms to show the punch series, followed by the elbow series and the knees, both left and right, while the opponent is at the disadvantage. Next are the front and back forms, both low and high, applied alternatively. This is an offensive and defensive strategy. We can learn the relationship in fighting from each practice series. When we practice the relationship with the 9-weapon series, we stress on continuous, accurate, swift and firm movement. The boxer has to practice vigorously until he acquires the expertise so that he can fight efficiently. Relationship with the 9 weapons, practice series 6. This practice focuses on continuous, firm, flexible and natural forms, just like a lion attacking its prey. The defensive and offensive forms include flicking, retreat, turning, tempting, tricking, blocking, and intervening with the different weapons targeting the vital points. Begin with the Sakot Tab form and attack with the Sakot Man form, followed by the Chom Man Fa, crocodile kick, and the Plung Pecha Hun form, to jerk and attack continuously with a repeated crocodile kick. Pull the body with the Taiyan Dong form, and kick low with the Tod Jai Hai form. Chawa Sat Hok and Nasawa Payot forms. All these forms are serious, powerful, firm, and accurate. Let the people observe the right movement followed by the kick. When the opponent dodges, use the crocodile kick successively. Attack both on the left and right sides. Observe each form and vital point. This is blocking and retaliation form by using the chin and elbow back by turning the body with the Asawa Chaiyuth form. Every practice form in the relationship with the 9-weapon series is firm, like the mountain, moves like the river flows, attacks like a lion, and swift like a tornado. When we combine everything, the forms of all the relationships with the 9-weapon series are perfect. Relationships with the 9 weapons practice series 7. In this series we can see the swiftness and agility in retreat, dodging, defense, offense, blocking and retaliation by applying the standing form, sitting form, sleeping form, somersault form, and turning to harmonize with the nature similar to fighting between lions. Most of the forms in the Series 7 focus on practicing the body movements so as to achieve the swiftness and agility in dodging and blocking the upper and lower parts. For the offensive and defensive forms, move in a circular way, like a tornado changing its directions. Attach and harmonize. These are the outstanding points of this form. After practicing and acquiring the expertise, we have to learn the characteristics and names of different forms. The kicking form is a Yan Pupa form. Retreat and flick back the foot with a Yan Yota form. Then it is the Asawa Chaiyuth form. These forms include sitting, standing, getting up, and springing up. Kick with the plant ton form, and turn the body back with the crocodile form. Therefore, the boxer has to be firm and strong in using the foot continuously in the Kumpi Pirot form. Retreat, turn, avoid, and block with the Vanon Kluk Fun form. When the boxer is well versed in the offensive, defensive, retreat, tricks, and retaliation forms, even though he is at the disadvantage at times, he will be able to reverse the situation to his advantage and become the attacker instead. This is to show the dodging, offense and retaliation alternatively, to show that the boxer may be at the disadvantage on certain occasions, but he can reverse the situation and become the attacker too. The boxer must use the forms quickly. To achieve mastery, practice daily, weekly, monthly, all the time, until proficient at these forms. This is most important during an actual situation. Practice method for the defensive, brushing and blocking forms. These are other methods. This is the way to dodge, fight and protect by blocking or dodging. Avoid the attacker in the inner and outer circle. This is the way to learn about self-defense. The important point of this form is the blocking of the inner and outer circle and lower parts. For example, the straight punch. The throwing of a punch. And kick, kick, and kick. This is the dodging to avoid the collision and follow the opponent closely. Some people may misunderstand in some cases. It is not safe to block the kick with your hand, as you may break your hand because it is smaller than the leg. Therefore, in this case, for more safety, the boxer should step out of the way or move to the side. The upper punch is the same. If the boxer defends in return, both parties may get injured. Sometimes, if our body is weaker than the opponent, it is not safe if the collision occurs. We will dodge or punch like this to avoid being followed up by the opponent. The important points to learn about this form are: 1. How to use the hands. 2. How to manipulate the punch. And 3. The footsteps, the retreat and advance. The boxer has to relate all the footsteps as well as use the hands to block both the inner and outer circle and block the upper and lower parts against the collision with the opponent. The important points for this series are the defensive, brushing and blocking forms. For those who practice boxing, it is good to practice the defensive, brushing and blocking forms to protect against the opponent's attack. After dodging and blocking to free from any danger, it is time to attack the other party as well. Therefore, the practice in this series are important for basic boxing training. That is, knowledge, training, and self-defense. After learning about self-defense, it is time to learn about the offensive tactics, which we use our body parts as the weapons to attack the opponent. After acquiring the expertise in breaking through, attack, return, dodge, block, avoid, twist, turn and block, we combine them with the offensive tactics. The result is the form which we have seen already. These forms are further systematically combined with the relationship of the 9 weapons or the offensive and defensive tactics. This is the way of foot placement. The turn, twist, avoid, chopping, stepping, moving, retreat and tactics. Use the hands and feet together. If we cannot exchange the stepping, retreat, get up, avoid, and dodge alternatively. Then it will be difficult to keep moving continuously on the feet. The opportunity to attack the opponent will also be difficult to come by. Most of the time, this point is overlooked. Therefore, we want to emphasize on the different forms. This is how to practice the hands to block, dodge, and avoid. These defensive forms are not achieved in 2 hours. It will take months and years of practice. The more we practice, the more expertise we will acquire. Thus, we have to practice dodging continuously. Move the hands and feet swiftly and harmoniously. The most important thing is the eyesight, as we need to fix our eyes on the opponent's movements while they are fighting all the time. Practice method for the hands, knees, feet and elbows. In ancient times, people did not have that much equipment like present days to practice boxing. Therefore, they would use natural materials like banana trees and beetle palm trees and coconut trees. The beginner practices on the foot, shin and punches at the banana trees. Since ancient times, banana trees have been the best practice partner for practicing kicking and punching. They are kicked until they are broken in half. The next is to use the end of the foot to kick. The foot nose is the area below the 5 toes on your foot. This kicking form is important for blocking or kicking the ribs and temples. This form is even used to break open the coconut. Next is the shoving form, with the foot, the side of the foot, or the heels. The best practice partner for these ancient boxers was the banana tree. Banana trees had many uses in the Thai way of life. Besides its leaves and fruits, after cutting it down, we can use it to feed the animals. In ancient times, when people took a bath, they also practiced various forms. For example, the feet, knees, elbows, and punches. This is to practice turning the body with the crocodile kick. When Thai people and kids see an obstacle in front, they will practice to turn the body and kick, turn the body and punch. This is also practice for the eyes. Eyesight is crucial for boxers because good, firm eyesight is needed for them to acquire swiftness. In older days, good eyesight was compared to the eyes of an eagle. When an eagle targets its prey, it never misses. Therefore, eyesight is crucial for boxers. The weapons for the body are hands, feet, knees, and elbows. This is also a method to practice the eyesight of ancient boxers or fighters. In ancient times, Thai people even practiced while they were taking a bath. They practiced opening their eyes in the water and putting water in their eyes. This is because during fighting, 1. The boxer cannot blink. 2. When sweat enters the eyes, he cannot blink either. This is to practice to gain stability. Summary of the 7 series of the relationship of the 9 weapons. Chaiyuth Thai boxing is a science and art to exercise Thai people's minds and bodies. It is a heritage that our ancestors have given to this land. The boxer has to meditate and practice his own willpower and imagination. Defend, offend and move continuously, swiftly, gently, firmly, strongly and accurately. The mind is a command center of the hands, feet, knees, elbows and eyes. The movement must be harmonious, as one, continuous, like a river flows, and natural. They should be gentle, flexible, smooth, well-rounded, powerful, and ferocious. Chaiyuth Thai boxing uses the flexibility as force. Combine the lower form with the conscious as one. Defend gently like the wind and attack fiercely like a lion catching its prey. The eyes must be fixed and firm like an eagle. Chaiyuth Thai boxing focuses on developing people's minds for them to become more gentle, disciplined, faithful, grateful, intelligent, smart, loving, kind, firm, stable, patient, strong, reasonable, to know how to be a loser and forgive, and to have the knowledge and ability to stand up for justice. The purpose of basic preparation practice for Thai boxing is to train the mind and body. There is a proverb that a good mind brings about a healthy body. The purpose of the basic preparation practice is to train the different forms of movements and practice how to meditate. The Riak Palang is to breathe in and out slowly and meditate by letting the mind free of any worries. While clenching the fist, breathe in deeply and slowly loosen the fist. Clench the fist again and breathe in deeply and breathe out while showing both palms. Clench both fingers and palms tightly and then release and then breathe out. Every motion must be done with conscious effort, just like when we are meditating. Forget all your worries and concentrate on the breathing. Next is the Chaiyuth cow form, which is an eye exercise. Do it slowly. Put both hands behind the head and look up to the sky. Stretch both elbows out back as much as possible. Breathe in and out normally. While looking to the sky, breathe in and breathe out when you face down. In this exercise, our eyes will move in line with the breathing. Breathe in and close the eyes. Breathe out and open the eyes. Breathe in and out slowly. This exercise is good for the eyes. It should be done alternatively with other exercises. Next is a Krun Kun Tao form. Breathing depends on our body movements. When we are facing straight, breathe deeply. If we are twisting or turning, breathe out slowly. Breathe in slowly. This exercise is good for the backbone, the back, the waist and the neck. It causes flexibility, loosens the back, neck and shoulder muscles. The shoulder pain symptoms can be cured quickly. Next is the Champasutta form. Breathe in and out normally. Breathe in while lifting the body. Breathe out while bending down. Hold both feet tightly and breathe in. Breathe out slowly while bending down. The Champasutta form is suitable for those who have problems with their kidneys. By doing this exercise, there will be a lot of blood circulation around the pelvis, stomach and back, thus strengthening these organs. It also cures aching around the waist, prevents hernia, and is often very good for those men who practice this form often. How much we want to practice depends on our energy and will. Breathing is very important in basic preparation practice. Breathe in slowly and then breathe out. Change the motion slowly and gently. This Pawa Klön Lom form is good for all the organs in the abdominal cavity. While lifting the body, tighten the stomach muscles and breathe in deeply. Lower the body to relax and breathe out slowly. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. This exercise will help to reduce the fat around the abdomen. If you exercise regularly, you will have beautiful hips and waist. It is also good for the backbone and can cure many symptoms and relieve the blood swelling due to hemorrhoids. Do this exercise slowly but consistently. Next is the Cow Kuha form. During this exercise, you will stretch your back fully. While bending down slowly, breathe out. Pull back the hands and breathe in. and then breathe out slowly while facing down. Hold both legs with the hands. Pull the hands back and clench the fists at the waist. Relax slowly. Do it slowly. While pulling in the hands, breathe in and then out. This exercise will strengthen the internal organs and muscles. It also promotes blood circulation. Pull in the hands and breathe out deeply and slowly, and then breathe out. Next is a Pong Pao Prapai form. This exercise is good for the abdomen. Put both feet together and lift over the head. Breathe in and out slowly at the same time. Both legs must not touch the ground. While lifting them over the head, breathe in and breathe out while putting the legs down. Do it continuously. This exercise helps to tighten the outer backbone and is good for all joints. Each exercise will also promote blood circulation in the body. Next is a Naga carved cow form. This form looks like a cobra snake. It is to exercise the chest and the bone marrow. While lifting the body, breathe in slowly and breathe out while bending down. Stretch completely to touch the floor. The exercise will promote blood circulation in the bone marrow. It is good for the muscles at the back and the abdominal cavity, nerves, tissues joining the bones, kidneys and stomach. It will strengthen the chest and backbone. Next is a Kern Kai Tor Kern form. This exercise will strengthen chest muscles, arms, wrists, fingers and palms. While lifting the body, breathe in and breathe out while bending down. Breathing must be consistent. the Tribucha form. This is to exercise the muscles and nerves. Clasp your hands together at the chest and breathe in, and then put the hands slowly above the head. Breathe in and come back to the original position. Bend the body slowly until touching the floor. Lift up the body and breathe out. Breathe in and pull. Breathe out and bend slowly. Breathe in and turn to the front. Breathe out. Breathe in and out. In. Breathe out. This exercise will loosen any tension in the body. The important point is to have a peaceful mind and meditate while breathing consistently. Next is a Pa Plert Pern form. This exercise will lighten the mind and body. While lifting the body, breathe in. Press the hands slowly and breathe out. In and out. While lifting the heels, put the weight on the end of the foot. Breathe in and out slowly. Breathe in slowly and put the hands down and breathe out. This exercise will strengthen the lungs. It also moves the muscle joints and stimulates the chest and back muscles. The person will feel refreshed after doing this exercise. Lift the hands up and breathe in, and then breathe out slowly. Lift the heels up, breathe in slowly. Do it continuously and slowly. Next is the Dern Lampan form. This is to exercise the shoulders, chest and lungs. Open the palms and breathe in. Stand on the heels. Then back down to the original position. Breathe in and look to the front for good concentration. Breathe into the lungs deeply and open both arms slowly while lifting the heels. Breathe in. Breathe out and put the heels down. This exercise calls for firmness so that the lungs and body can receive air. This is good for blood circulation. The Pran Kun Khao form is for exercising the nerves. Breathe out while leaning the body to the right. Breathe in and out. Breathe out while twisting the body to the back. Specify a 3-time rhythm. Breathe in, out. In, out. And in. And then out slowly. This exercise will strengthen the back and relieve backache, neck muscles, drowsiness, and stress. It also has amazing cures for the headache and dizziness. Breathe in while twisting the body and breathe out. Breathe in deeply. 1, 2, 3. While moving down, breathe out. Next is a Phao Ha form. This is to exercise the back of the abdomen. Stand straight and breathe in deeply. Clasp both hands at the chest and breathe out slowly while bending to touch the floor. While lifting the body, breathe in. Lean back and breathe out slowly. Do not bend backwards beyond your ability, otherwise you might end up tightening your back and abdominal muscles. Do it continuously and rhythmically. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax yourself. Breathe in and out slowly. Breathe in and out slowly. Next is a Ko Klao Dao Duan form. Breathe in and turn your body to the back with 2 hands. Breathe out slowly. Do it alternatively. Turn the body in a circle. Turn to the right 3 times and left 3 times alternatively. You can also do more than this. Breathe in, bend down and breathe out. Turn to the left, breathe in and out. This form of exercise will make the body more agile in defending, dodging and getting up. For every form, breathe in while bending down and breathe out. Turn to the left side. Lift the body, breathe in and out. Next is a Kaya Yonyo form. This is good for the knees and ankle movements. If you do this exercise regularly, your ankles will not be sprained or cramped easily. The muscles will be more flexible. Normal breathing . Next is the Og Ho Kun Kao form. Breathe in deeply, and while bending down, breathe out slowly. Breathe in, and while bending down, breathe out. The advantage of this form is the blood circulation in the head. It will engage more blood circulation in the body. Breathe in And while bending down, breathe out slowly. Next is the Chomdara form. Breathe in, and while pulling the body back, breathe out slowly. Relax while breathing in. And breathe out. Breathe in and out slowly. Breathe in, and while lifting up the body, breathe out. The Chomdara form is good for flexibility of the bone. Fats will not accumulate at the hip. The body is balanced and relaxed. The points to remember about every form in the basic training preparation is to breathe in and out continuously and move slowly. The main goal for exercising the mind and body in the basic training preparation is to achieve happiness and peace. Get rid of all the confusion in your mind through meditation and body relaxation exercises. Walk, step and move slowly. Breathe in and out rhythmically and continuously. Do not force yourself. Do all the exercises as smoothly as possible in order to create unity between the mind and body. Next is the Prayakrut form. This exercise is good for the body and legs. It relaxes the nerves and muscles in the body. Breathe out slowly while kneeling down on your heels. And breathe in while moving the body. Find the rhythm to breathe out. Normal breathing is preferred. Do not force yourself. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. You have to do the basic training exercises regularly and continuously so as to achieve perfection. Your mind needs concentration always. After practicing the basic training preparation, you will have to practice all the forms in the 9 weapons. These include the hands, feet, knees and elbows. The picture you are looking at is a Sakum walk. The details about practicing the hands, feet, knees and elbows, or sakum walk, are the 9 weapons. After practicing the basic training preparation, the boxer has to practice punching knees, elbows, feet, forms, etc. Practice on a regular basis so as to achieve agility and strength in every form. The purposes of practicing Chaiyuth Thai boxing are to exercise our mind and body, to achieve maximum efficiency, and to serve our community, so that we can live together happily.